Okay, so Shaman OU Gaming. I don't know if any of you knew, but today this game came out. It's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating sim. uh, it's weird. It was actually created by KFC, so that's what makes it even better. Like, they made this. So it came out today, and some of my I've already gone through it a little bit. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna go through it a little bit more in depth here on my stream, and I just wanted you guys to see this. So obviously it's a dating sim, and you're trying to get Colonel Sanders. Like, so me and my friends went out and we played this a little bit. We went and got KFC and then came back and played this a little bit. So let's just start this out a little bit. So if any of you are watching, you want me to put in a specific name, I'll do that. But otherwise, I'm just gonna put in something here. Let's see. I'm just gonna put in Chandler. Anybody? Alright, I'm gonna confirm it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so here we go. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through your window in your modest student apartment. The world is peace and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary is no time to sleep in. I already know what happens here in LA. I'm just gonna do it. So you can either smack the clock up and you get up, or you can throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. Which I sleep in a lot, so that's obviously my first choice. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. End of game. So let's try that again. I'm gonna try to get a different ending. I don't know. Me and my friends did it, and we always got the same ending. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up, and that's where we post this. Laying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that waits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously, or you allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. I'm gonna go ahead and take this seriously, because if you do this one, you're late to class and stuff. Make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist, teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized, nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. By the way, if you go and you start fantasizing about the future or some shit, and you end up late for class, you don't grab any deodorant, you just run out there. So now I got deodorant. Let's see what that is. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and end off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever. To be honest, I don't know the proper way to pronounce that way. I think it's Miriam. Miriam. I'm gonna say Miriam. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Chan Chan, are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, I'm, because I sure am excited. A little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm not good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by a master chef parent, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning famous 3-day only semesters, it's a school that has 3 days for a whole semester. Like, that's your experience there. You got 3 days, you graduate, or you don't. Dang. So yeah, that tells you that this dating sim is going to be across 3 days. You know, you get to the end of the night, you go home, take a nap, you get to the end of the day. It goes through 3 days. Sweet girl Miriam has had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kit that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? I think when I went and pep talked her, she remembered something that she didn't like, so I'm going to change the subject to school gossip. It's hard to see Miriam like this, and frankly quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you should try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumors about dreamy enigma mystery student who is enrolled at this school. Colonel Sanders. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Mystery student we read. Oh, get this. I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. Had them ever since he was born from an egg. Okay. An egg? Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, Colonel Sanders was born from an egg. I would be surprised, actually. Why would he cook fried chicken, though? Wouldn't it be kind of his own? I don't know, it depends on the egg. You know, you always think chicken egg, but why would he cook chicken? Wouldn't he be part chicken? Like, or have some sympathy towards chickens? Anyways, but that thing about having powers would line up with some sort of rules out there. Like, I've heard he once fought a bear with just a smile. We both sighed, thinking about the student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreaming. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley. Oh, yeah. Fuck. I've heard a lot of things about the reviews. Like, if you go through the reviews in Steam, this is the number one thing you'll see. Is people talking about Ashley and her thighs. Like, what the fuck? Every review is like, those thighs, though. Oh, I wish I could see more of Ashley's thighs. Oh. I don't know. People are obsessed with her. Like, it's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil. So she's evil and like a bitch throughout the whole thing, but spoilers, sorry. But like, people love her anyway. I don't know. It's like you want to hatefully do it. I don't know. She's your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Look at that heart. Sorry. Oh, Ashley. Oh, look, she's got little chicken that. Oh crap! Hold on. She's got little fried chicken things on her leg here. Oh, this is great. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Chan Man's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ashley, even though her name is annoying. You know for a fact that I agree with it. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. I feel like that might be like real with people that spell their name that way. I'm sorry if there's any Ashleys with the spelled that way that are listening. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Yeah, like out of all the things you could make fun of someone, you make fun of their shins? What does a good shin look like? I mean, unless it's not like completely fucked up and like you broke it and it's sideways and shit, like, it's fine. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. Ugh. He stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van. Rang. Oh god, I hate this guy just because of that. Van the Man. You rang? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van has been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more dangerous. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy of Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us on it as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. The first day of school about to start. It's just not time to properly tell those two off. So you resist their urge. Let's go, Miriam. Dishes, bitches. Shh. See you later, losers. As you approach, oh god, it's him. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh. Oopsie. I think it's broken. Reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! I think you meant thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my papa. He's old. This is like... Oh, this kid is like 5 years old or some shit. Like, could someone like this also be a student at the school? Like, he's nice and innocent and everything. It's just... you'll see later. Okay. Someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. But I guess he's reading it upside down. What? Whatever. Hi, Pop, I'm Chin. So, are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? See, she says that he's cute now. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. His place at podium at the front of the class. Adorable. It's a quirky. Get that little spatula in his mouth. Now, quiet down, everyone. Oh, by the way, look at the podium. This little chicken. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Universal Culinary Services and Learning, I can't remember. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may cute and little and scruffy or fluffy, but I still demand respect. Oof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all that nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close our window. And then he walks in. Everyone, be aware we've been graced with the presence of Colonel Sanders. That pose, jeez. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone's looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe we should open the window back up before faucet pits melt into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults? You take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the classroom and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be a really adorable tiny food. When all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete the broom cooking area. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. Really missed. Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Interrupt my monologue. Don't cough during my monologue. Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school. I was with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to all you students. That tardiness is unacceptable! Condition. Adventure Time reference. Sorry, I had to. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing what appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Here's Clank. Alright. So, he's a robot. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Oh, I don't know. A beef treat? A rubber ball? A chicken snack? Obviously, it's a chicken snack. This is a Colonel Sanders KFC game. Come on. But I did the chicken snack. I've done the rubber ball, but I've never done the beef treat. Oh. So, rubber ball, you throw it up in the air and he gets excited for a second, he catches it, but then it slowly fades, it fades real quick, and he doesn't want anything to do with it, and you're not sure if he's happy or not anymore. Or if it was just like, a second with the ball. It was just like, yeah, whatever. So, and then we got beef treat, which I haven't tried yet. I'm just gonna go with the right one. You reach beneath your apron and return it with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. See, he likes that, but like I want him to try the. I don't know. I think he'd just get pissed off if I gave him the beef treat. I don't know. I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Hey, I saw you were... You play this simulator, Dylan. You're supposed to choose the chicken snack. Like, it's a game made by KFC. Why would it not be the chicken snack? And we already saw that it was right. He's picky about things. Why would you need to simulate dating? So you can date Colonel Sanders. Why would you not? Are you saying you wouldn't want to date Colonel Sanders? Wow. Settle down, young shit. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their seats, you're left standing in the front of the room. Only two options remain. Alright, so here's the option. I can either sit by Colonel Sanders, or I can sit by, like, what's supposed to be my best friend. It seems no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. So, sit by Colonel Sanders. Or that's the hot girl for you? Miriam, like, is the hot girl for you? Have you not seen Ashley yet? Everyone's like crazy about Ashley. You go into the reviews for this game. She's not though. What? Alright, whatever. I'll sit by her. You move to take your seat by Miriam. She says, like, I'm glad you support me. Of course, you're my best friend, whatever. Why wouldn't you sit by me? But Colonel Sanders, he has such a magnetic personality. There's a seat right open to him. If you sat next to him, you might have gotten to know him a little better, but I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'll get a chance to talk to him later on this semester. Oh, thanks. So, you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. That Colonel Sanders and his chicken. As soon as you settled into your seats, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. A quiz about me? No. Surprisingly short quiz. For life at your culinary school, keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? It depends. Doesn't matter at all. Or make fun of Pop and say extremely and then look at Pop. It doesn't matter at all. Because, you know. So, I think it was this one. Forest is to a tree as a chicken is to night vision goggles, obviously. A slam dunk, obviously a feather. What is the most efficient way of eating a utensil ever created? A spork. Or a comically oversized one. What food is best for a broken heart? A pancake that looks like a silly face, camel meat. Have you not played this game too? I thought you would have been on this too. Me, Connor, and Caitlin, we were playing it. Yeah, we were playing it. We got KFC and then went and played it like a couple hours ago. So anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Choose to live your life. What is a life without a Colonel Sanders dating sim? You might as well just throw your life away if you're not playing this. The Cheeto sandwich, what? No, oh, what? No, gross. I just got some fried chicken. Like a breast and a wing and like mashed potatoes and biscuit. Yeah, I know, the Cheeto sandwich honestly sounds disgusting. It's a talking dog that teaches culinary school. He is the best boy. Your turtle score is a perfect 5 out of 5. It sounds like heaven. It sounds disgusting, dude. You look to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tallying your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Chan man. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. Yeah, what? May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Cafeteria. Why can I? Why can you no give Twitch Prime subscriptions? Wait, what do you mean? Why can you not give Twitch Prime subscriptions? Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant. Sub your channel. Yeah, you should be able to, but aren't you allowed like one subscription a month or something? Like if you have the Prime? I don't see the. I don't know. Thought maybe you used it, but I can use it on another channel. Well, I don't see why you shouldn't. Maybe it's like, is it like a more popular channel? Maybe I'm not allowed to do it yet. cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that the school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Delicious fragrance wafts around through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. You smell that? It must be our lunch. Everyone, can I have your attention? Oh, this is the boring guy. Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, nobody cares about you. They only care about the Colonel Sanders. Go away. What? Yeah. It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Lunch. Cinch. In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Here he goes. It must be the smell I smelled. That smelly smell that smells. Smelly. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but what were the rumors true? Is this? No. He brings out his bucket of fried chicken. It contains glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Of course, Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. I don't know. Well, okay, so Connor went through it a little bit on his own before we started playing. And so we weren't there for that. But then Caitlin actually did the first playthrough that we were doing. And she took forever because she got partway in, and then there's a point where it makes you go back to the start. Like, I'll point it out if I get to it soon. But she just did a horrible job, and she kept dying. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe of the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Ugh. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling down notes as fast as they can. That's all I say about that. This is the girl, Dylan. This is the girl you need to be talking about, not Miriam. Look at this. Look at those legs. She's got chicken bits on her legs here. Look at that. Look at that heart right there. What? What? How's she the counter girl from Wendy's? What? You think you want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Psh. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. For one thing. Look at that though. He looks nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at the sick burn he just ripped, but nobody is. What? What? When did I say that? I don't... Maybe Connor does, because he was literally saying that earlier today. He's like, I want Ashley to step on me. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, but that's not me. That's Connor. That's not me. just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. See, now Ashley's trying to get with Colonel Sanders, but like, she's kind of a bitch, so, you know, like, she's a bitch, but like, everyone likes her because everyone's been talking about her thighs. Well, yeah, why wouldn't they? But like, you go into the reviews for this freaking game, and it's just people talking about her thighs. They're like, her thighs though. Oh, if we could have some more of her thighs in this game. Dude, no, Colonel Sanders is the student in this game. How are they racist? Colonel Sanders is the student in this game. This is before he went into business. Like, you can see he's a lot younger. Come on. Date the black. No. Dude, the whole point of this game is you're trying to get to Colonel Sanders. Even though some people would rather go with Ashley. Like, dear diary, blah blah blah. You see her body language change from the bitter and evil to sweet and innocent. As she slides closer to Colonel Sanders, she realizes that he's destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. The black girl she's super, she's flat, alright? She's flat, she's not thick. She's flat, she's not thick. Glitter and evil, sweet and innocent. As she slides closer to Colonel Sanders, she realizes that he's destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. So she's trying to get with Colonel Sanders. Oh god, I did not hear that the first time I heard it. Oh please. Well, Van the man. If you don't want any, I'll take his. Well, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He knows he wants some of that chicken. Who doesn't want that chicken? He takes one bite and his eyebrows grow wide. He starts contouring his face as he tries to hold his pure, exhilarating, and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. So it's like, is there chicken over there? A rival? Like, okay, so Ashley and the Van guy are like supposed to be like friends, like my character is with Miriam, apparently. Yeah, so they're both rivals, Ashley and Van. They try to sabotage you and crap. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please follow my fellow classmates. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim towards the light. I'm pretty sure if I swim towards the light, I'm gonna die and then having to start the day over again. Or, you know, it'll set me back a little bit or something. But I think we've already done savor the moment, and that, you know, it does alright or something. I haven't done the meditate thing though. So this will most likely kill me. Try to find all 11 herbs. Oh yeah. Focus your mind, savor the moment, everything tells you about. Identify every flavor. Add spices. We'll try this. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt maybe? Pepper? Too obvious? Oregano? Basil? maybe, but there's something else. Something dark, something spicy. You dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Even deeper still until you find it. Could it be? And they this is the greatest part. If you find like the recipe or like Colonel Sanders tells you, they just blank it out because they don't want you to know the real secret recipe. He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use blank. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. So, like, if you don't do that, I don't know if I'm still going to be able to ask him, but you'll come out, and then you'll talk with him or something, and then he'll give it to you. Like, he'll say, oh, you know what, don't tell anybody, but I use this. You know, and it still shows up the blank thing. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you traveled through space and time. Yeah, the recipe, like the secret ingredient. That's what you're trying to find. He's trying to tell you like the secret ingredient. And actually, you just found it out for yourself, which actually, now that I think about, might lead to an external ending, because we always kept landing on the same ending. It's supposed to be like a secret ending. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a sec. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all times as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. See, this is before he started all those restaurants. It's just you and me here talking. I could keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. I know. Dude, it looks like he's biting his lip. It's like, He's clearly not going to give up easy, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aww.
You got moxie, kid. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways. All right. Make sure you're truly alone, and then he leans in. And you can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Damn! You never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And this definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. Okay, so this is interesting. Look in the text code and steal the recipe. Why would they put it in the... No, dude, it's just a blank box. I wish, though. I'd take the time to do that. Make a chicken business and drop out. But this is interesting. So when I went into that, like, I was like, you know, and I was trying to guess the flavor and everything, I got something different than what he just told me. And the last time I did this, I went through this process, and like there's a choice to like either give your friend this recipe or like the secret ingredient, or don't give them the secret ingredient and like give them something fake. And so if you go and give them something fake, something bad happens down the line. But if you give him the real one, it turns out that he was lying to you in the beginning. So either lie to your friend or give him the real thing that you've been told is real but actually is a lie, So now I'm thinking I actually found the real recipe myself by my taste, but he's trying to tell me something else and it's different, which is like the lie. So, you know, a little bit of a spoiler, but whatever. There's like so many different paths in here. I can't do it all in one video, so I'm just explaining it. And that definitely isn't the flavor you tasted below. So now you have two ingredients, and you're getting closer to know the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you were wrapped up in a huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. Yeah, there are a couple. You know what? It's a free game, all right. There's some different paths, all right. It's free, and they're making their money back in KFC because everybody's going out, getting a bucket of fried chicken, and then coming back to their place and playing this. Find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you've had big plans. I dare to say the biggest. Colonel Sanders got the biggest plans. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alright. Alone together for the first time, you figure out how now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. So, neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. Neg him, fuck that bitch. Oh, that sounds horrible. T-pose. To assert dom, you don't want to show yourself. You're trying to get with Colonel Sanders. You don't. He wants to be the dom. What? KFC or Cane's? KFC. But like, what? To be honest, I probably haven't had that. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to a Cane's, to be honest. I don't know. Choose something here. I'm not showing him my phone strength. He wants to be the dom, man. You're trying to get with him. You gotta come up with this. Dude, I've been up to Columbus and I've never even seen one. Maybe Connor can drive us up or something. You know about that? I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt that it has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste. Unfortunately, that is one of the cons that has been in the game. People were disappointed that... Well, people were disappointed that you can't actually bang Colonel Sanders. You can't... They never... you never get to do that. Nah. And there's nobody else that you can get with. No, it's literally just one straight path that will, like, you know, multiple paths that you can take to either win Colonel Sanders' heart or not. Or, like, win him a little bit or not. Like, he'll want to go into business with you and like you as a person, or he'll just like you and not your cooking. And yeah, the sequel. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. Actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Check it. You want my secret recipe? You think you can do better? Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties, habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my freaking secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. Shit. I didn't mean to let this be the last time you improvise my recipes, Chan-Man. I'm headed back to class for the next session. Shit, I pissed him off. It certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back. But you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing him. You step into a massive cooking area where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and the ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show off our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? See, where are you? What is your appeal here? What do you... What? It's obvious. Where is it obvious? Like, she might be cute or something, but like, everyone goes after Ashley. So you got that pigtail king with the glasses. You're not gonna blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Also, you're playing as a girl. I'm pretty sure. That's all you're trying to get with Colonel Sanders. You're not going to blah blah blah. Adorable tiny food creations. She like creates tiny food? It's weird. Alright, so here's a professor again. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Natural Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aw.
Sure, Chan-Man. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Alright, here's another choice. Pop, which is like a 5-year-old kid. Or Clank, the robot kind of thing. I've done both. Where do you want to go, Dylan? So, you gotta partner her up with someone. No, I don't have a choice, dude. We have to go with Colonel Sanders. We're getting with Colonel Sanders. I didn't have a choice to make. I didn't like, oh, I can either partner up with Miriam or I can partner up with Colonel Sanders. No, it just said that I bounced on Colonel Sanders. Or I just pounced on him. I didn't even... I should have stopped the game right there. Nah. So, now you gotta partner up with someone. Two potential partners. So sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. And then it looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being a lone friend. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Pop or Clank? Pop's on the left, Clank's on the right. Choose. fat kid or the robot? Is he? No. He's not that fat. He's just a little kid, alright? He's got some... He's basically baby fat. He's freaking... The fat chefs know how to cook. I'm just gonna tell you, like... Just choose one. You going with Pop, the kid, the one on the left, the fat chef? Because I've done both already. Nah? You going with a robot? Alright. So if you choose Pop, like earlier in the thing, they say that that Miriam was like, oh, he seems kind of cute, Pop, but it doesn't last long, and they go on like one date or something, and he's like super clingy, and he's just super annoying, and everyone picks on him and stuff, but she hates him. Like she doesn't want to be a partner with him. It doesn't last long, and then I'm not gonna tell what happens with Clank. That was with Pop. If you choose Pop, that's what happens. Does she bang the robot? You'll have to see. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay. I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this point. Clink is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clink might not have a face, but there's something charming about and earnest about him. That was loud? It's not that loud for me. Dude, she's got like a little bit. What? Tissue? I hardly know you. The jutters and panels shakes loose. And a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Panel shakes loose? Is that supposed to be like their joke at a boner? Looks like you two will be fine. 10-gallon jugs of milk. Well, I mean, if I could choose between Miriam and Ashley, yeah. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're gonna keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. Chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Alright, steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind, or your grandmother's mashed potato and gravy. Obviously, mashed potatoes. I don't even care if you say something else. I'm going with mashed potatoes. Dude, octopus, none of the other choices will end up good. He'll steal the recipe. I'm doing it. See, he loves me. Look at that. I just got some affection. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is my passion. Is a passion of mine. There she is. Oh, looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does anyone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Is her tongue still out? I don't know. And how could you deny those little chicken wings down by her legs? Wendy's, what? Oh, like KFC blows, but the taters are good? Psh. KFC is good, man. You cannot deny that. They're fried chicken. Those 11 herbs and spices rock your mouth, and you know it. We're just cooking partners, mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Oh, okay. No, geez, man. Well, I'm over here crushing Chan Man's dreams. We're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. What's the deal? Remember? Wait, hottie, which one are you talking about? Sanders returns arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Sanders, how? Oh, howdy there. Van. Are we working at a quintet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looks like Sanders is struggling, so we offer to give him a hand. You know how it is. We don't do it for the chefs too loud of a I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you'll be able to get up to my level and talk about it. Yeah, there's always time. Don't be rude, man. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever Colonel Sanders' ability to confer attention. Well, I think it's like tackling. Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you, man. This thing that has positioned itself as your station. She's trying to steal Colonel Sanders from you, and she's a bitch the whole time, but she's hot. Don't you feel deep down that you cast complementary shadows who fit together like a pie and a drumstick? It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. Coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get out. Okay, so you turn to Colonel Sanders, the hunk of hunks in your time of need, or you turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who always has your back. And I already know that you're gonna say that you need to go to Miriam, but you need to get with Colonel Sanders. It's like the goal of this game. What? Yeah, the music did really like. You know what? I've tried this one multiple times. I'll go with Miriam. We'll see what happens. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in new great art is second to none. She immediately comes running over. So somebody's threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust. Ha! Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps, and stepping away from the competition and restoring the service. You're a real loyal friend, but Chan Man is my partner for the night. look for Sprinkles in the hope that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute gorgeons and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station, realizing that the attention of the moment your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled the potatoes into a perfect creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for its flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention is up. I am a natural. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out which he pours a smooth, brown gravy smothering. They're nearly finished. Potato dish. Oh, look at those potatoes! Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh! See, here's the moment. Colonel Sanders holds out a spork to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork. For that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping spork full. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling a sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful of Van will taste the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realize that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on. Right there, Colonel. We do not waste food in the cooking area. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, please? Bam rushes back over and covers the dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy together. In just a minute, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specially braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe, forged by my supreme chief, Chef Anthony. They've ignored me for so long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite. And you will always run again. Oh, it's just a boring student. Nobody knows his name. It's just student the whole time. He never says his name. The interrupting student rescues that Van and swipes a bit of the signature dish right off his plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. And he's dead. That's it. We won. Wait, what? Killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. You look back at the plate. The rest is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up and pops now. Pop Winter's in pain for just a moment. He's almost immediately back to his obnoxious sound. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moment shocked as he throws in the crowd. There was the motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snaps everyone back to reality. And the amped up music is gone. The class bell rings, disrupting blah blah blah. To fight obvious danger, it has annihilated him against all his poison. So that old boring student is dead now. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. And there's the ghost of the student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Like, I'm coming to Colonel Sanders' house? follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Here's where it gets interesting. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skill. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for the master chicken. Master of chicken. Colonel Sanders? Yes, J-Man? There's something I need to tell you. Aha! Hold it right there! It comes in out of nowhere. Something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working on that dream. Blah, blah, blah. This guy's horrible. Also lifting a lot of weights. You can see that. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no. Shut up. I'm the only one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh from that kid, but nobody knows his name. Forget him. We're talking about me. I'm the hero. And out comes a spork monster. So Van leaves. How dare you threaten me just as I was laying down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, you see. Is he rhyming on purpose or is it just... Before you can discuss the syntax any further, it's a turn-based fighting sequence! What will you do? Attack? Defend? I'm gonna attack with... Which attack will you use? Cooking with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset the spork monster. The spork monster goes on attack, hits you with hot gravy. You take 1 damage. Now let's see what there is to defend. Which defense will you use? Addiction. Continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a good strategy, but make sure you did it. Spore monster focuses their mashed mind, draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? There's like more attacks that come up, so I'm trying to get everyone before Colonel Sanders jumps in. Spore monster uses kill utensil. Take 2 damage. You're not gonna survive the battle. Now I can use buff up. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly a little gassy. You better attack soon or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. And now I can use Chow Down. Chow Down does 2 damage. Powerful blow. Spork monster is using cheese sauce into the lawn of the quad. I'm wondering who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork monster prepares an ultimate attack round it. And then Colonel Sanders jumps in. Your reign of terror stops here. Summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. High power punch! Does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured spork monster spews scream into the night. Alright, so I can either finish him or spare him. What do you think? Finish him. Finish him! No student will ever walk in the quad and feel ready. Actually, you can spare him, and then he'll just go away. Okay. Monster Master did wrong show. Actually, he doesn't. Student debt loan destruction! Does 10 damage. Completely fair bridge. Continue to surprise me. The defeated monster left behind a special item. Oh, by the way, last time when we played this, we named ourselves Shrek. So it was saying all kinds of stuff. Oh, Shrek, you're just so wise. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon a closer inspection, it is so much more. It's a book of magic spells, with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko, that sounds strangely familiar. The blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders for some reason. Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Woo! Alright. And for that, the second day starts, and I'm going to go on an intermission, and I got to go pee. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Alright. So, we got through the first day. You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories? Premonitions? Lying in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used that. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's because it's fake! It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the sport monster, she launches into your sword and around. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, Clink. I might like Clink. So she likes Clink. She did not like Pop after a while. She got super annoyed with him. Clink is the robot. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something with him. I like him. Like him. We go to talk to her after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. Well, yeah, he's a robot. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? Well, yeah, duh. No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to. Damn, he didn't even go to it, and he got prom king. It was also arguable that he made himself I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. You're a thing now. You definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did, you're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know the second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with the family, a lovely man approached me in the botanic garden. I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices, secret spices. A man even gave him some to show him. Then he said his powder was super duper rare dried flower petals. That if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. He's weird, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. So nice he let me at the gate when I arrived later. When I cooked them with them, a very strange feeling came over me. The flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal about the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow. We both share an interest in cooking as we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. He would have loved to know more about those spices. I'm not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, she really wants that secret ingredient. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. This is where it comes back later on. So what do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? So, first thing we were like, I gotta protect Colonel Sanders, right? No, I can't tell her the real ingredient. What the hell is wrong with me? I gotta make up a fake ingredient. So you give her a fake ingredient, and then last minute she adds in that fake ingredient into your thing, and it was some nasty ingredient. It just wasn't right. Or you can tell her the ingredient, but I'm pretty sure he lied when he told you, so you actually don't know the ingredient. But now that I'm thinking, like, I thought there might be a third response because I found another ingredient by myself while I was just tasting it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell her the secret ingredient that he told me. It has to say a secret. Miriam nods furiously. He told me that he uses... Never would have guessed that, would you? Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes, cherry blossom petals fill the air. Colonel Sanders, you arrived at the school! Alright. It's a lose-lose, yeah. So this is where Caitlin fucking died, I think one of the first times. She goes up, it's like, it's either, so he arrives on a horse, you either run straight up to him, and then get kicked in the face by the horse and die. And then you have to start the day over again. Which, you know, it's not that far back actually, it's just starting the day over. Or you stand back and admire his majestic glory. I ain't getting kicked in the face, so... Sandals' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Acknowledging that he's been being watched. There's a short horse dance before dismounting with flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You're so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak for him. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Oh, don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful view you have. I mean, what a horseful view you have. Dang it. This is what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh shit, man. Just gets real nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we're up all night and it was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame her for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears. Leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see the two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing some bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be real bad. Like counterfeiting recipes, bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients, bad. Summoning a demon, bad. Blah, blah, blah. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? What the f... So you either tell them to stop making them sure, or act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. So you basically like eavesdrop. A great line. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. I already picked. You immediately dress the rivals down for their mature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you both suffer. I don't care. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know what a good meal is if you ate it. If it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what she's hiding. You instantly recognize it. It was the book, just like the one you found the other night with the spork monster. It's the same book that I found last night in the quad. immediately elbows Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about, but this book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Oh, poor Pop. We're playing. Before you could dig it any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van's meaty foot. Watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to them. He didn't do anything. Why do you think you're talking to him? Who do you think you're talking to him? Never heard such a language, not even from a standard mixer. To your mother. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Oof. Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room. Damn. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in that, either of them. God. How can you not? Look at that, Dylan. Look at that. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't, honestly. What do I care? I've got lofty career inspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that normal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent this morning chasing a car all around, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You need to pay attention to the lessons, truly you do. Which is why in 1766, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you didn't know that. True story. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. Oh, Colonel Sanders. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Chairman, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, or a glass of water? All of them. None of them are the right answer. I'm just going to tell you that now. You take a dog biscuit, and he will almost bite it. He'll like bite your hand because, you know, that's his dog biscuit. You take a shimmering pepper, and you will pass out. Or you take a glass of water, and he'll be like, hey, that was my glass of water, or some crap like that. I can't remember. We're going to go with the shimmering pepper, because it puts you into this other trance like last time. Brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. And here's that dead student that died earlier. My friend. Oh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must. You feel yourself regain your consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Oh shit, you just asked the last pepper of its kind. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. Okay, I think you have to do some cooking here for real. This is the part that I suck at. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or set up and tell them you're on. Oh. I don't think I've done the demand they stop wasting everyone's time. These two is off the charts. Or you can step up and tell them that you're on, and then you start cooking, which I suck at. You're challenging. I must accept a bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. I gotta wipe the tables with you fools before I sit my lunch down on it, so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Chan. I've been watching your performance. Oh, he's watching me. Just as things reach a bowling part, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is lunchroom, not a sport. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. So now we have a timer, and you gotta choose quick. First one, I think, is just the boiling temperature, so 100 degrees Celsius. Just then, a huge light blasts your face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. The hard way builds the foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. Hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes with gravy on one day, and you're feeling like you can really impress me again. It's time to boil some water with those potatoes, and I suck at this turn. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. 100 degrees Celsius. That's right. But how would you have gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. With that enticing offer moment. You're gonna need season that chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11. How many herbs and slices? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging. That's right. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to enter your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? That's right. You must never take this for granted. Hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but actually something stronger and faster than you. Better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. It'll be a great time to learn something. Yeah! New shot. You're not gonna miss it. Try to shut out the noise of everything and focus on the cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it, they will be unable to see. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Chunman! He's actually cheering you on. which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think of is Colonel Sanders. Fuck. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional... Oh, I didn't have time! What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Take. What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? But focus on the challenge. You're falling behind. Sorry. Oh. And a hard way. You'll get far. My God, this way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer and ready to go before it's over. Jimmy, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning heaters. There's no way to be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. And then he shakes his hand. His head in shame. I have disappointed the master. What you often find is that the easiest way to turn out only stops what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, looks at your hand, you simply go on. Oh, that's too bad. Here I am, completely dished, ready to serve. Surely it makes you the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Chairman's injury. See Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Chairman to give you honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer, the delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you would mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside you find a delicate fried chicken. And topped with a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender, nougat, and pearls of blueberry chocolate. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as she dips her finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it? Oh, you. As he places sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. So, internalize the rage you feel, or put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. If you put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley, I know things don't go well, so we're going to go with internalize your rage, the rage you feel. Wait, rage what? Internalize the rage, or put yourself between them and let the rage out? Because that doesn't end well. What? Internalize? The one that says rage, don't we? Alright, jeez. Well, I mean, this one's let your rage out. The rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off on your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, and you run for the quad to be alone. Yes, it says rage, jeez. Well, no, not the second one, but that's... You say rage, you didn't say, like, contain rage. Beautiful beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you as storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. Probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married and to go, get away from him. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Try to hide it from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and the small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed in anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was always motivated. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be cruel. I don't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been that way. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up my past misdeeds. I'll call it KFC. And then Pop shows up out of nowhere. Not possible. What do you mean not possible? He's done it. It's already done. Well, not in the game, but in real life. KFC does not suck. How could you say that? Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the sport monster! Gorko, the sport monster, is here to fight. Is anyone else feeling a bit deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge him. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Orko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance, not to mention I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. How is the music mixing so good? What are the, jeez, I'm sorry, here. There. I turned it down a little bit. It's of me. It's not. Yeah, I know. I just turned down the desktop audio. I think what Chanman is saying is that we can't just be friends. Life is too short. Making enemies. Battle themes are so much louder than anything else. Yeah, I know. It just is. It just is what it is. It gets intense. It doesn't seem that loud to me, but I know it probably is louder on the screen. Life's too short to be making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. Here, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. How about now? What? I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. Alright. There. Back up. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws, so all the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you'd like to eat, don't you know? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Jump on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one go. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, nah, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at the school until one day some mean students with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef. You shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you shouldn't. You should be protecting innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Chainman. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Alright, here we go. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Alright, so he's got an urn there. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I've always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with. Trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up and he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something spicy, or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? I've always revealed it and it shows it, but I wonder if I keep it a secret, maybe I can show it to him later and he'll... Nah, I'll just reveal it. You decided that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' looks highly. Boo? What do you mean, boo? Yeah, coleslaw is trash, to be honest. I don't like it either. But, you know, people like it, and Colonel Sanders likes it, so. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on the moment. You could offer to make it more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. And this is where you get to look around his place. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room, various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. This is a good one, look at this. Even as a kid, he had that stash. goatee. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from a goatee and mustache combo with sports. You figured that he must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of them just themselves? That is actually a good question. Who the hell frames their own baby picture and puts it in their house? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. Alright. There's a safe over here. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a second, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. 911! No. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? No. No. Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel. Let's see. Let's look at that chicken. Notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. That's a stuffed chicken. Taxidermy. Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state burn of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on an item to discover more about Colonel Sanders. This is where you finish, so I'm gonna keep looking around. He's got an urn here. Take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plague on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap on an item to discover more. Alright, let's see what about here. Gaze out the window across a vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Then just the ghost of a student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window, a crack, and the ghost of a student is swept out with a breeze. Alright, now the comb. You gotta take some of that hair, cherish it for later. A lack of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. What? Discover more about it. It's got a candle here. Pick it up, try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? Oh, it's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's the wow. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Here he's got a picture of himself. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold a fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be churning them around. Wait, oh wait. So is this, like, no. Huh. Short description. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Oh, so he's already started thinking about the name. No, that's somebody else. I don't know, I'm confused now. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What about this one? Appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Alright, I think that's everything that I can get. And then you tap here. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of it off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. Oh, they say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any farther, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. Okay, so I guess I put it on.
Aww.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold, or you fess up and tell the truth. I don't know. I think we've done the tell him you're cold. I think we might have done the fess up and tell your truth. I don't know. Go for it. Go for what? The big move? Okay. This isn't that kind of game. Oh yeah, we have done this one. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. Oh my god. That's the game telling you that you can't bang it. It's not that kind of game, but still. God dang. Look at his face. He's like, That's what people were angry about in the reviews and stuff. They're like, I'm sad that I couldn't actually bang. Game over! This is what happens when you die or something, or you do something bad. So it'll set me back a little bit. This is the loading menu. Fucking fried chicken and biscuits. Beautiful, but I was like, oh shit, did I get it all the way back earlier in the day? Oh my god. Oh wait, okay. And I go to the spork monster. Alright, I'm not that far back. I throw a biscuit in the guy's mouth. I go to his place. He talks. I reveal this thing to him. Blah blah blah. And then I have to tap on a few things before I can alright. So you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11. You gotta see him like you can't do him. But like if you leave before, you know, I get to the ending or something, it'll be on video in my stream. As soon as you turn the dial, the safe opens. Inside you find a single note. Yeah. And you find his thing. You cannot make a big move on him. I'm gonna fess up and tell the truth. I've been developing feelings for you, Colonel Sanders. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Dude, I can't fucking, you already saw. Well, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thoughts of leaving Colonel Sanders in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Yes, Chairman? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late until the night and drift off into a slumber. So you stay the night at his place, though. I can't do anybody else. I can't do him or anything. This was a game made by KFC. The secret ending is banging her. I wish, man. And you know, there's already like there's already Rule 34-ish stuff about Ashley online, and it's only been a day. This game just came out today, like 7 a.m. You wake to a beautiful morning at Colonel Sanders' hideaway. To make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders, only time will truly tell. So this is the last day. There's 3 days. I already made it through 2. This is the 3rd. Alright. Today's the day that you can change the rest of your life. You think about a new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdiction, isn't even legal. What do you mean it's not legal? Is the KFC secret ingredient not legal? But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Some of the designs beforehand. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Tastes Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. But you have to go to the bathroom real quick because you just come to your pants and you know. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine, in your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's gift to cookery? Take him down a peg or flatter him? You do not want to take Colonel Sanders down a peg. Like, we haven't done that yet, but that is just something that you don't want to do. That can't end up right. I gotta flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of your eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I can't wait for the anime version. I'm gonna try this button out. Because I had one heck of a night. Desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get up to speed on this saga. Sure about it. Did she fuck the robot? She's not the robot! Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! They went on a date. That does not mean that they did it. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Turn my dials. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. She's just skydiving? It's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where we spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. This is a nice girl. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You go to a slut. You stayed the night at his house. Ha! Slut! Slut alert! You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop. Thought he himself might not quite grasp that fact. This is poor Pop. Everybody picks on Pop, especially these two. Because you know he's Pop. Like, what's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is the dog, and it's a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Some fucking shit. Oh, why don't you pick on someone your own size, man? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's that horse of Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Chin, man. I suggest I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words. I wouldn't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrived just as it appears that things are getting closer to boiling over. A natural, intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Chin Man, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in the fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winding so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting? Well, he's honest. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate syrup? It was clear that your passion was about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Chin Man? I am more than capable enough of speaking for myself. Shit, I didn't even get to choose that time. Let's take them off. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walked into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts. The fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Chin Man. Crap. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Alright, here's where Caitlin screwed up big time. Whoa, that's a book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. Grimoire, like a book of spells? I didn't know how much time you spend decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warning. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edge of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it will probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. This is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like something else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. You can either cast the forbidden spell or don't do it at all. If you press cast the forbidden spell, it will keep coming around like, are you sure you want to do that, Shaman? That doesn't seem like a good idea. And then you press cast forbidden spell. And then it keeps doing that a couple of times, and then until if you keep going and you press the cast of forbidden spell and you eventually cast it, this is what Caitlin did. You restart all the way to the beginning of the game. All the way. Not to the beginning of the day. To the beginning of the whole game. Day 1. And that's what Caitlin did. And she had to go through all of it over again. So, I'm not doing it. It was bad. It took her all the way to the beginning. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up as he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework and give him a snack. Or dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I think you just wait to see what happens. I want to give him homework. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I want to try that homework thing. Reach into your backpack. He's gonna hump your leg. You reach into your backpack, grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for that outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My Chanmei, were you studying something with cinnamon? I have been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point, thank you, Shaman, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. I can't believe that worked. I thought something bad would have happened. Before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. He's gonna... I told you to save it for after class. Oh god. The robot is having a hard time. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne, J and J forever. Goes full handle, like all the way in. Wait, what? We'll just form a triangle in midair as we descend. Screenshot what? What part was... Oh, the J and J? Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, you know. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it the great shape, the great date. And take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain. Or off a cliff, for all I care. You can always go back. I can always go back to the stream and screenshot it too. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps of his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh, no amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that. Clank burps out completely deep-fried sneakers, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone ties to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like loud public breakup to cast a pal over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be getting distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge, exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pet talk. You hear him? Are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you. We're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else wants to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in you. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes a tear from her cheek. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to live it up. Love it. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van and the supposed Man-Man and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of your recipe you've been working on, Chanman's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Chanman, what are you doing here? There's still time before the exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets harder to pick, harder to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all, or fess up about your practice dish. So you fess up about your practice dish and it gets, it, blah blah blah. I'm not sure. I haven't done the ignore it thing like there was no sound at all. Let's go with that. I'm gonna try to get some kind of different ending. Did you hear that? Hear what? I distinctly heard a bell chime. Somebody just be trained in sprinkles to do a trick. I bet his mouth is watering. Strange. I was gonna say my mouth was watering. Alas, I'll have to look somewhere else. Something tasty to put in. Smoke begins billowing out of the oven, filling the arena around you. Yep. I guess you... well, I'll leave you to it then. Happy visualizing and disappointed Colonel Sanders leaves the arena. When the coast is clear, you finally open the oven to find your practice pie has been reduced to ash. Oh, come on. He wasn't there that long. Smells like a lunch. Beat it, Pop. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. That is, except cook with everything you've got. See that intense music. step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. Decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing for, just the dishes that you can push over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes for their usual over-the-top shelves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensifying in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with this frenzy of action. Everyone's calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam fiercely injects ingredients in an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend bastard blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chomps open a sea of urchin. Let's get rockin' roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? That's a good question. Is this singularity as was foretold? We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she gonna use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? I don't want to. Nah. I am skilled. Do it the hard way. Don't need no magic. Who needs magic when you got passion? Hey, I don't want to get started all the way to the beginning, alright? Maybe I'll do that on a different attempt. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. See, he loves it. I'm getting on his good side. I believe in you, Chen Man. Miriam notices it too. And I've always believed in you, Chen Man, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering to you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient! See, this is the secret ingredient that I told her earlier. It's friends with benefits. However, neither of you know that Colonel Sanders made that first ingredient up to throw you off the trail of his secret ingredient. That's where you see his devious side. That is horrible. You thought Colonel Sanders loved you? No. He gave you a fake secret recipe. Ugh. See, because if you tell her a made-up recipe, thinking that your recipe is the good one, she'll put in that recipe, but it's really nasty and it ruins your dish or something. But this ruins your dish too, because look at this. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begins to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Yeah, I know, right? It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Wait, Steve? I think we're Gorko. You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So, I'd say you're doing pretty good. Alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spark Monster noticed that you got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha! Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef. You know, when I was just a little sport pup back in the old country, you know what? You feel Sport Monster winding up to tell a very long story, involving story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it probably a lonely guy. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, he tossed a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge attack, you don't know this huge setback. You don't know how you could ever win. Right? So you can summon extra power from deep down inside you, or give up and drop out of culinary school. Fuck it, I'm out. Drop out of culinary school. Done. Summon extra power from deep down inside you. I can do this. Whatever it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows throughout your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Chan-Man, you are the chosen one. You will avenge it. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Oh. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds are preparing their entire lives for this. I will show the entire world in my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know what this power... You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and be served. But don't worry, Joe Chan-Chan. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impress your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to the station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help! All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass the individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up. With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, Clank. From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle come from the one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging from a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Poor Pop. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history. But it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? I wait to hear a signature word, beat, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later, whatever. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. It's been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made a tender udon noodles and a savory soup. Yeah, she makes tiny food. Like, where did she get the tiny bowls? My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Perfection, yes. Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it myself, whatever. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Chainman, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Ugh. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back his tongue, is poked and prodded. Oh, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oh. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualifying. Stunning turn of events. Who would have thought of serving food in a bowl made of needles could have made it too difficult to eat? Huh. Dejected Van does not go gentle until disqualified for glamour. Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog, and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup Turkish with French meringue connected by sugar glass. Damn, it looks nice, but that actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delicate. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food. At a cooking school? You got toast in your ears or something? I told you it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, it is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it. If you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food could not be eaten, it could not be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. Whew. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeballing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so deliciously and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. Everyone. You pass, you pass, you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transition this reality into another dimension. What, Dylan? You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even that Van Van and Ashley are drawn back into its magnificent sense of fragrance. And that is not illegal. What are you talking about? When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Alright, this is the ending. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog's in the house! Oh, woo woo! You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Now they're wearing different stuff, which actually looks even better now. Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. Alright, this kid's back. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the sport monster. He's totally melded out. Everyone, the sport monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me for my new name, Party Monster. The student tries to finish what he was saying, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to sport. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. That's a red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown. See, this happens if you choose Pop too, to pair up with her. Welcome back, Pop. I know you were able to complete the final exam, accept your diploma, so we had mailed it directly to your father. We figured it would be the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now again. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor of Sashan Church, or whatever. The music at the dance. Okay, so usually he says something different to her, but she's like super annoyed by Pop if you choose to get Pop and her together in the beginning, and like they don't want to. He was like, oh, turns out I'm actually a king. Would you like to come and be my queen? And she still rejects him. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling electrical hissing. And here's the Clank part. So if you partner him with Clank, this is what happens at the end. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing? I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually a faraway planet from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time, but whatever. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say besides no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. Wow. I understand kind of humans are weird. A portal opens up. Clank disappears through it. Gone. That's it. Miriam always ends up alone. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates! And he's wearing a t-shirt now. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give him a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal! Oh! I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end. Just kidding. No, it's not the end. It's so YouTube. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Chairman, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. Spicy musk, a tidy goatee, a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy of Learning. Just to name a few. Miriam. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Chandler. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. See, this is the ending that we keep hitting. He doesn't want to work with us, but he wants to know us. He likes you, but not your cooking, basically. And you can't go into business with him, but you can, like, spend your life. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live on? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of entrepreneur? I suppose I could roll out of pastry school. Oh, my dear Chan man, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Oh, and here's the best part. It goes back into the intro from the original that I actually didn't capture on the screen. Okay, so what double love ending? There's. Are you looking this up online, or are you just saying? Because there's. I don't think you can go with anybody else than Colonel Sanders, dude. You can't go anywhere but Colonel Sanders. If I press the load game. Oh, we can go to every single one now. Huh. Just figured you get to live, love. Oh, yeah. No, I haven't hit that one yet. We've gotten this. I got this same ending when I played about a couple hours ago, and then Caitlin did it before me, and she got the same ending. And before that, Connor was playing it by himself, and he still got the same ending. You just need to make a lot of different decisions. You need to go through there, and yeah. So that's it for I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. I was getting a little close. Thank you. Ugh. Ugh. Colonel Sanders, finger-licking good dating sim. It was great. And it makes it even better that it was made by KFC. Some of the reviews have said, you know, everyone loves Ashley. They keep asking for more of her thighs. You're the first person that I've met that has been interested in Miriam, seriously. I mean, it's only been out for a day, though, so. There's already things online about Ashley, like Rule 34-ish stuff. Drawings of her and stuff. So, there's supposed to be a secret ending. I can't find it. I think I'm going to post this one up on YouTube as well, so make sure to follow, subscribe if whoever's watching. And on my YouTube and on Twitch. And that's going to be it. I'll see you guys.